PT, you're talking about lane switching, like mid furnace. I'm going to claim that's also a bad design choice. It's far better to put like the furnaces on both sides of the belt. I tried to paste a design in there for it, a small example of what I mean. Yeah, it's a pretty long stretch, Hermit. But like I've been trying to say for damn near a year now, reflective design is far better than trying to kludge it together with belt rebalancers. Oh, reflective design? That's where you put the output belt in the middle, and pretty much every single thing that puts on that belt, you reflect it on the output belt. Okay, Astamite, find me an example, and I will gladly disprove it. Of course, that's normal, right? Yeah, Hermit. Eventually, I did convince him that they were bad. And concerning the mining example, you would just use a compressor design. Like I don't see any reason to lane balance at all. Like an 8 to 6 compressor or an 8 to 4. You you know what I'm talking about, right? I don't. There's just certain things that become so popular that it's just like really bad. I blame Reddit, really. Yeah, I deleted my Reddit. No regrets. That's the thing. Yeah, you're gonna want actives. Otherwise, it'll unload the train unevenly, or one station over the other. And yeah, it's rather cathartic to clear off an entire area. All right, concerning Estimite's last concern, if the lanes aren't balanced, max throughput might end up in half. Um, the designs I've seen for that is they're still limited by the number of inserters. So you're still not getting, no matter what, 100% utilization of all the miners. And that's a good thing. You want there to be more miners than necessary so that over time, you still get, max throughput through the belts or max unloading speed or whatever. So if you use that perfect lane balancing before the unloaders, what you're doing is you're eating up the miners that are furthest down the belt first. And optimally, that's not necessarily a good thing. That might actually be a bad thing. Yeah, if there's a left-right discrepancy, and those miners should overlap. I'm going to claim that's why bots are better. You've left plenty behind, though. I can't see you having a problem with it. Please leave that gap in the middle. I, you, I don't know. On several other train stops, you've not left that gap in the middle. So it's, I don't know, the front cargo wagons are unloaded or loaded even unevenly. I don't know. It looks wonky to me. That's the thing, though, Astenine, is if the belt bouncer is between the station and the miners, it 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 will not, absolutely will not increase throughput. That seems an odd place to put a station. Estimate, have you seen those old mining rigs before he started replacing them with the bot base builds? Perhaps we should go on a field trip and show, ideally, what a balanced belt based outpost. What about these? Alright, my laptop is freaking out, sorry. Alright, so this base is, let me see, 867 hours old. Will, have you ever had a problem with lane balancing on at a mining outpost? 15 minutes since this stream crashed. Um, it was this morning you started streaming for me, and I joined pretty early, so that's holy crap, like 8, 10 hours ago, somewhere in there. Oh yeah, the rail designs. I can hear them. Can you guys not hear Will?
How about now?
Good job. Good job, Will.
Nope, good job OBS. Switching it off and on again worked though. Wonder how long that's been like that.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah, that they've been listening to half a conversation and no one said anything. Good job, guys. Almost as bad as me. But not quite. And hey Coop, by the way, sorry to pull you out of alert mode. Oh yeah, the reason we came. I was just about to pack up and leave again then. Right, I'm at the outpost. I'm going to pull down these laser turrets because they're not needed. What is it?
Username.
Sorry, what is it you want me to look at the mining outpost?
The compressor design.
Well, this is technically a 6-lane rebalancer, but to make sure the trains don't
It's a
hit evenly.
decompressor now. It's a 4 to 6. 3 to 6. That's funny.
3 to 6 at the moment, yeah, because 3 of the lanes have finished. The outer ones are done with the. There's a little bit left in the core. So obviously the patches are richer in the middle.
And for username, it was uploaded before it crashed, and it hasn't been re-uploaded since. estimate. I'm saying that back in 0.11, they were bad designs that did more harm than good. And in 0.12, they literally solved no problems. Outside of that one specific case PT Hermit gave of a really long line of miners where you can only have one. But I would state that it's probably easier to do some lane switching there, actually, which is blasphemy if you know me.
You mean
Like halfway down
wait,
the line of
wait,
miners.
wait? Did you just condone a flippy thing?
Well, it's better. A flippy thing's better than a rebalancer that does nothing.
Wait, I have to message Brett. This is big news.
But again, that's a very, very
Yeah,
specific
yeah.
example. Yep, you can sign in through Twitch username. Username, I'm pretty sure it's always been that way.
No, last time I went on it, you had to make an account. There was no sign in through anything. Well, if it was, it wasn't advertised. Have we finished with the outpost? Can I go?
We gotta plug it in again
Yeah, yeah, it's in.
and fix the trains. But other than that, yeah, you're done.
Yep. Cool. Yeah, trains are fixed. That's ready to go when. Note to self: the oil trains will need redistributing again.
So that's all trains.
Nice to see that the 4-lane track system pretty much balanced itself, though. They didn't all favour one line; they evened themselves out over the 4 lanes.
That might be an inherent flaw of sending all the ore trains to all of the stations. It doesn't seem right to me.
Do you say ore or oil?
I said ore, but that also applies.
Yeah, it's the thing with smart trains. So having them all doing the same job, you can control them all. You can control them all very easily and add new outposts, take new outposts off, etc.
It's not supposed to be one way anyway. Like, the site relies on Twitch to verify an account, as opposed to like Twitch relying on an outside account to access Twitch?
Dragon God Zero Vapor is moving home, so I'm guessing he's all without internet. So he's starting a new job and moving home to be closer to their new job. So I don't know when we're going to see him again. I'm sure we will when he gets things sorted out. Alright, what do I need from the base? Requesters and actives, I think.
Username, I would have to say part of the train garage, and it's no fault of your own. Actually, there's no way you could have known the pathing glitches and such that caused. Is it possible for you to have known that?
Django, I believe Haunted Q's been working on some trainee stuff for version 13. No username demon fell asleep.
Do I need to edit that? Calm then. Oh well.
It's K's baby. And he's here, so. It's got to be we need to almost find a better way of doing that call thing. Because it needs updating like constantly, doesn't it? Where people jump in and out. PT Hermit Zenith said he gets very tired when he streams. Like anything more than 2 or 3 hours just completely wears him out. And I totally get that. I couldn't do it for very long without help. I could probably do one day stream, and then that would be I would be able to do it again the next day. I'm only able to maintain this level of streaming because I get so much help from Brit and Demon and Zuri and Kay and that. Without those guys I wouldn't be able to maintain this level of streaming. So, and the times that he normally streams, we're not around as much because he's in Australia. Ah, did not think about that. Okay, we're on to personal bots. We just lost the power.
Tragic.
Substations, that's what I should have picked up. Substations. Why did no one say substations? So okay, I found some. I really hate 262s these days when it comes to powering up their inserts.
That gap, yo.
Yeah, that gap. Because it needs to be there for OCD and for the wires to connect, but that won't. The wagons won't be even. For the wagons, it needs to be there, which means that there's a gap, and the power poles don't connect. Which means you have to put an unsightly little one in there, and it looks horrible. Ow. Okay, I feel better.
I make it simple by sticking to 2 lanes, actually.
I knew you was going to say that. But then I knew that was the answer. So. Mine's just a free fall.
Yeah, letting the trains figure it out may or may not be the best option.
Yeah, but trains are they don't like look to overtake, but they do look to avoid other trains. So it does kind of work. As proven many times. I mean, how many times do we do an overtake? I'm not happy with these substations. Well, I am, but I'm not. We have to do it with 4. Split the difference. One sec, guys. This must be driving anyone without OCD absolutely crazy. There. Everyone with OCD? Does that work? Looks like it does to me. Hey there, Nova. Alright, question time. 2 or 4 unloaders? Do we want the ability to unload 4 coal trains at the same time?
I think that depends on how many loaders you got.
3. And 2 for the small load.
Optimally,
Yeah, 3 141s, 2 121s.
optimally, you'd be loading and unloading the same number of wagons at the same time, max.
Okay, so there's 12, 16 loading wagons at a time, and 12 unloading.
So 3 it is.
Okay. Yeah, 'cause don't forget, I know it won't use a full 262, but there's the power plant to run off of this as well.
That means instead of using belts, you can use requester chests at the power plant.
Yep.
And that seems silly and awesome.
Yep. You totally approve. Still using burner inserters, of course, so as not to defeat a.
Of course, of course.
It is so ridiculous, it just has to be done.
You have seen my backup power system, right? I have requester chests for solid fuel and burners.
I haven't seen it recently, but yes, so last time you streamed, I think it's the last time I saw it. Hey, username, do you fancy a little rail project? Doesn't have to be done tonight, because I'm probably not going to get this finished tonight, but you want to design the input-y output-y thing for this? The distance between these tracks is 1, 2, 3, 4 between each one.
I think that's almost far enough apart for my standard vertical branch system.
Yeah, but trains are going to be coming in from the left.
It's not a problem.
It's so tempting to slap down a 4th unloader. Future-proof. We could always disconnect it, build it all, but just disconnect it. The space is right there for it. All of cool, right?
Yeah, vertical branch. Let me find a screenshot of my iron unloader.
Man, approve the 4th unloader. I need to verify. Someone back me up.
Someone already did, didn't they?
Did they? Hermit, yeah. Do it. Go big or go home.
Yeah, you need a little bit more room there for my vertical branch system to work. But it would, I think, be pretty awesome.
Right, I need to put some roboports into this design. I need to find some roboports.
What loop? I don't see a loop. What are you talking about?
Where's there sort of a loop? There's not a piece of curvy track in this design.
I think he meant my picture.
Alright.
And that's not a loop, that's a stacker.
How much room is there north of the coal bunker? Plenty username. Plenty. The coal trains need to work just like the iron trains input. I can see it in my head. So they don't wait a chain signal for however many ticks. I wonder if Zenith's up. He might already have what I need. Do you want to buzz? Right, so I goes just messaging Zenith, see if he's already got what we need. I feel like there's some roboports missing. I'm just going to start cannibalising what's already built. It's not exactly a roboport, but all this can go away. Right, using it, if I show you on the map, we've got input of trains there, right above the unloaders, the reloaders. That pack station can move. We've got all of this space. We'll run it right the way back to here, and we'll give it its own T-junction off the main line. We'll move this T-junction down a bit. This title's going to have to move. We'll do the same sort of thing here with its own T-junction, maybe here, and come up vertically and slip round.
The further apart you put the two exits and entries for the loading and unloading, I think the better off you are. The
Yep.
less they'll interfere with each other.
Yeah, I think the delays just killed you there, but I'm putting the 262 stations input up here off the main line, and the other trains will come off from lower down and go up and then make a 90-degree turn and in, so they move away from each other on the main line by probably 262 lengths ish away from each other.
Alright, that should be sufficient.
Yeah. If we build it backwards, we do the 262 unloading first, start that up here, and then build this bit, the 141 bit, backwards. As soon as we finish, we turn it south, and the sooner we can turn it, or hell, if we get really, really, really fancy on ourselves, we build the stacker and inputty bit diagonally. I have to get Brit to move. A Brit was here, sign that would be unfortunate, but he'll have to move. We come in diagonally from here, and latch on down almost by this oil thing, that will really split them apart.
Yeah, that's my major complaint with the main base. You have too many branches from the main line going into
Too
the base.
too
You
close
need to
together.
consolidate them, or
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah.
or spread them apart.
I was looking at it with Zenith the other night off camera, and I was thinking he's doing that exact thing, consolidating the iron and the copper off the main lines into one bigger split off that works as one rather than two separate bits. I know username, I know they're a pain in the ass, that's why I said we would get really fancy. But we do the 262 unloady bit first, this bit.
Username's got a point. Uh, the diagonal stackers take up more room actually than horizontal ones.
That is true. For the power plant requesting boxes, request individually for each arm, or request fill up a little belt and feed it in.
Basically, replace the belt with a line of
Boxes.
requesters. Yeah.
First.
And don't fully stack them, I don't think is a good idea, but that's just me.
But this power plant must never run out. And before, we always gave priority to the power plant and the coal refill boxes. They don't have that prioritization anymore.
Then you should probably set the other requesters for the loading station a lot less than the power plant.
Yeah, fill the power plant. And like 500 on the train stations.
Sounds good.
Cool. We'll swap those over. Thank you, autosave. If unloaders have active, boilers have requester, then use storage on the reloader, you'd have priority.
Unfortunately, that's not how storage boxes work. They will optimally try to fill one box at a time.
Yep.
That wouldn't work at all.
No. Not unless it was full, which can't be guaranteed. Is it going to connect to a 4-track system? Yes, using it a diagonal 4-track system.
And unfortunately, that also means it'll fill the closer boxes to the unloading first, while the farther away storage boxes just empty out.
Yep.
And they may never ever get filled.
Which unfortunately means that the little smaller 121 coal trains would get maximum priority over coal, other than the power plant trains. Which would be bad, because these guys are meant to run out first before the power plant trains. Right. So with storage boxes, you can just put a huge great big slab of storage boxes down.
I prefer no, but it's yours, and I know you're going to do it anyway.
Well, didn't we want to get rid of the outposts? The belt-based outposts, which have got belts.
You could probably replace all those steel with passive providers.
Well, if we're doing a whole slab of storage, I'm thinking that this area here that I'm squaring off for storage.
Optimally, you want the storage between the providers and requesters.
Good point. This area.
Yes, that area. Like 15 seconds later. And don't forget to leave room for plenty of the ports.
Yeah, I've completely run out of ports for the moment. What I'm doing is I'm just going to make a square of storage boxes for now, like a hollow square. And I've already run out.
Nice.
Didn't even complete the outer square. But that went well. Right, that's that passive. We're out of boxes. Why don't you just continue that horizontal 4-track system at the end of the diagonal? Yeah, that could work. We'll bring that along there. And then this diagonal would have to curve in if the trains come from the south, but that's doable. Yeah, you can come in along there if it wants. In fact, that would actually help. It's not a bad idea, because that will put more distance. Excuse me. We'll put more distance between this that junction and the other one for the other trains. Mad, for these roboports, the one, like I've got at the loading, do you reckon that'll be enough if I do the same at the unloading? And that'll be it for the facility.
You'll need some by the power plant and by the alt storage, the passive providers. But yeah, it should be enough.
Cool. Alright. Quick bit of maths. So this is gonna be 30 storage boxes tall by 20 high. And I've got 75. How many more do I need?
640 minus 75.
Lots. Hey there,
565. I might have done the math wrong, but we could round up to 600.
Yep, 600 sounds good. We also need more requesters, more there's not enough at the base. We may have to turn the power back on. Yeah, that's right, 20 by 30, and I've got 75.
Oh, I thought you said, I don't remember what I thought you said.
Yeah, what Dragon God said is correct.
I thought you said 32 for some reason.
Right, if I was a whole
My eaters don't work.
If I was a whole heap of storage boxes, where would I be?
Challenge box?
Challenge box! Here's me looking at my great big storage facility in the base. Yes, the challenge box. See, the amount... That's how it in storage. The amount of times that this 30 stack challenge has actually come in useful these days is almost, you know... There we go. 1,500 storage boxes.
You only need 11 stacks.
I'm taking all! Fine, I'll put half back. Spoil sport. Right. Robobots.
I'm buffering.
It's not me.
My poor potato.
He's done so well again.
I haven't had a blue screen of death yet, so there's that.
Yeah, it's like he's risen to the challenge of co-hosting. Was it the oil build last time that you did all day with me?
Yep.
There are a lot of challenges on this map. Yeah. Well, what have we done? Shall we go through the history? Rocket defense for every follower at the beginning. No, before that. Build 10,000 of each bot, which back in the day was a lot of bots, because the average was 2,000 or 3,000, and we sort of pushed way past that. Um, rocket defense for every follower. The 30 stack challenge. These in no particular order now. 800 by 800 challenge.
The fish challenge.
Well, that was part of the 30 stack challenge, but yeah, that was almost a challenge on its own. Can't believe I mined 3,000 fish. I think 32, but this is a special episode now, apparently. No, to be fair, no, this stream here, Coal Bunker, will be given it a day. This will be 33 or something. That oil video won't get put onto YouTube because it had music.
The challenge is to launch a rocket for every single follower. I think I'm already caught up to that, actually. I've already launched a rocket for every follower.
Everyone follow Matsuri, please. Sorry, man.
Thanks.
34 people here, please. If you've not followed Matsuri, give him a follow. You need to break his base. He doesn't stream because his potato. We need to get him a new potato. Spud Mark II. Then he can stream. Don't we, Matt?
Yeah, it's kind of tragic. No, that's the number of days we've been working on this challenge, I do believe.
Yeah. Oh, shots fired from Dragon God.
Well, that's a good thing, Dragon God. I stopped drinking 2 weeks ago.
Hey, Matt. Here's a blueprint of 600 storage chests. Would you be against it if I stamped it down again next to it?
Yes, please don't.
So what's the capacity of 600 chests? It needs to be higher than what we had. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be 600 times 2,400. Mad, that's only 1.4 million. I want more coal.
Don't forget the requester boxes and the providers also provide buffer.
It's not enough. Oh, I'll give you the provider because it'll be included in the count, but damn it, I don't have any green circuits on me, so I can't clear a blueprint. Every time I need a blueprint, I'm having to make another one.
Didn't I tell you earlier to carry around a stack of blue?
I did.
Oh, sorry, green circuits.
I've put them down somewhere. I didn't bring enough roboports.
That actually just sounds like a logistical nightmare, Sergeant Cookie. because remember, you got to limit flow to about 90, and the number of pipes you'll need to local power everything is a lot more than you'd think.
Warphead, hello. Thanks for the follow. I think I've got that name right, ish.
Fluid barrel mod doesn't save temperature, so that will not work.
Oh, so ridiculous.
And honestly, though, pipes really should have ambient losses to temperature over distance.
Yep. I might as well upgrade this to 1713 setup while I'm at it. I bloody hope I did. God damn it! Right, where have I put those green circuits? I've fed up on making more blueprints every time I need to make one. I've put them down in a box somewhere.
Nah, I don't think electricity should have transmission losses. That's a little too much.
Question.
Yeah?
This is a bot outpost, right?
Yeah?
Should we bring the water in for the power plant by bot?
No.
These pipes are now the messiest thing about this place. Yeah, I'm going to redo the power plant in a bit and move the pumps to this bit of water. This is much better. I should have used this a lot to begin with. A, it's closer. We'll bring them over. It's almost a shame that it has to go pump boiler steam engine, because if it could go pump steam engine boiler, this would work really well, but I'm pretty sure Matt will tell me it doesn't work like that.
You could move the power plant up there. There's no reason for it to be where it is.
Yeah. It was just there because it was convenient for the belt. But that doesn't apply anymore.
You can leave it as a vertical plant, though. That might be a good compromise.
Yeah. So if the boilers were about where I'm running now in a circle, steam engines run down and finish about where they start now. We'll switch to the 1713 setup. Add in another pair.
Well, Sergeant Cookie, within limits, I don't think you should be able to barrel gas or acid. That seems silly to me. But water and light and heavy oil and lube definitely should be barreled.
Yeah. Yeah, barreling gas doesn't make much sense.
No username. I skipped that. I decided not even to take a look.
Yep. There's a big old nope.
But is acid transported in just plain steel barrels? I was fairly certain that that was a very bad idea.
Well, what happens if you drop one and it goes spilling all over somebody? You have
Well, the acid eats the metal.
You'd have to have some sort of coating on the inside, wouldn't you? It seems all very time consuming, time consuming, labour intensive. Plastic drums.
Well then, so I'd put a mod in for plastic drums.
Drums. We already have plastic.
In game though, we only have one kind of steel, and that's, I'm gonna guess, high carbon steel.
Hey, Zenith. Thought you wasn't home for a couple of hours.
And as far as I can tell, the acid in game is pure. Like, it's not watered down at all.
There's no.
And that will eat right through a steel barrel.
Isn't water in the recipe though? For acid. Zenith, as you're on your phone, you've been away for the entire stream, I think. Look what I did to the coal bunker!
Good point, Nova. Yeah, I suppose if you want that much realism, you'd have to have plastic pipes for the acid too.
Yeah. I think, for the sake of it's a game. Unless you want to have two types of pipe. That would be funny, actually, if you had a iron pipe and you're like, right, I'll put this. I'm not going to have this as water anymore. I'm going to use this for the acid. Where'd all my acid go? Oh no, it leaked all over the base and munched on half the factories.
Or just randomly disintegrates the pipe.
Yeah, and starts spewing out all over the floor, and then melts everything it touches. Like, it starts damaging, like, inserters and stuff.
Hilarious.
Like, if you, in late game, your construction bots would repair it and that, and the factory goes crazy because the acid is just spewing out of the pipe, like, at full rate. So it's just making more acid and just pumping it all over the base. And then you're like,
I'm willing to have transport belts be not powered and offshore pumps not require energy and all that stuff. That's the game balance reasons, you know?
Yeah, hot water spurting out of pipes. That needs to be a thing.
I think you need to bring back inserters able to kill the person if they try to reach through you.
Well, it'd bring the whole thing. If the base is not trying to kill you, you haven't. The base isn't good enough. At the moment, it's only trains that try to kill you, but it's the pipes were trying to get you with hot water splashing around. Because it is, at the end of the day, the factory, like, the style of Factorio is all sort of rough and thrown together, and all the assembly machines, they're not. If I've got an assembly machine now. But you know, like, there's bits sticking out of it and stuff, and the trains are all open. You can see better on the high-def pictures. So if pipes were actually leaking, and it would splash you if you walk past it or something and hurt you. The base is actively trying to kill you.
That's pretty much it, Hermit. It needs to be, somewhat realistic, but still be fun to play. That's a good point, Cookie. I like that idea. And I'm sitting here staring at this ginormous scar in my arm from touching a reactor plant valve at very, very, very hot steam temperatures in the pipe. We'd have to convince the game devs to allow optional modes, though.
Yeah. It would be like a tick box at the beginning, I'd imagine, like peaceful mode. Do you want your base to actively try to kill you?
But there's no hooks right now for, like, pipes corroding depending what they're carrying, or steam leaks, or inserters causing damage. So I don't know if you can mod that in. Or even better, the small biter is able to Empty out a pipe and crawl through it.
Oh, that would be pure evil, wouldn't it? And if they actually went for it, like as a target, instead they wouldn't attack nothing if nothing fought them. They'd crawl up inside a pipe and start eating stuff from the inside. Oh God!
Suddenly, you have a machine in your plant that just all of a sudden a biter bursts out of from destroying it from the inside
Yeah,
because it was fed by a fluid pipe somewhere.
yeah,
I like it.
yeah. Haven't we said something like that before about water biters crawling up your offshore pumps?
Maybe. I don't remember it.
And it's something like there's like the fish. There's water biters that just float around, but if they come in contact with a offshore pump, they swim up it. If it's like a hot water pipe or something, if they fuel off they grow from the heat, kind of like in the film Evolution or whatever, and then they get big and nasty and burst out of your boilers. Then all of a sudden you've got a big biter on your hands. But yeah, I agree with Zenith. More endgame and um, more trainee stuff.
Meanwhile, I'm wanting better train AI. Maybe track segmentation like I've recommended to the devs before.
Mad, you're gonna hate me.
What did you do? Or doing?
I forgot to pick up green circuits.
Seriously?
It was the reason I went back to the base. Oh well, we'll just make some more blueprints. I've got red circuits on me.
That's just getting silly.
What else am I supposed to do?
Find a nearby iron and copper patch and fix it.
Okay. Got any stone on you? So a stone patch nearby. Yep. Can't believe I'm doing this.
I've done it before, so have you.
I know.
That's a cute little stone patch.
Isn't he just adorable?
Did you build 4 of them?
No, just 2.
I don't know why you're picking up wood. You're at the coal station.
There's no fuel here, Matt. There's absolutely no fuel in this entire facility whatsoever.
Uh-huh.
I have a green circuit. And this is why I left those little silly patches of resources on. I did actually. It doesn't. You may not figure it, but I could have turned those little random bits of resources off. I was saying to Matt earlier, you can change RSO in the config files. You just change its vanilla patches true, false, or partial. I think, and true means you get RSO and vanilla patches, which is just stupid. False means you get none at all, and then partial you get these little bits. It defaults to partial, and I just left it on that because I like having little random bits. Right, so that's 14 at the moment. "15, 16, 17.
Weren't you going to switch those to 1713s, or?
Yep, just added 3 more boilers to each run. I forgot burner inserters though. Wait, burner inserters only take iron, right?
Yep, just iron. And like 3 iron. It's not a lot.
Good.
You might need to show us a pick after a permit. But yeah, it's totally possible to not ever use loops and roundabouts in the rail system. And that's a valid point. Is the train station on the right side of the track as the train approaches the station?
Sorry, you're talking to me.
Nova is who I'm talking to.
Sorry. Yeah, sounds like the station's on the wrong side. Second time today that's come up as on Reddit. It's definitely the number one problem with trains that people, can't solve. One, two.
An important part about signals is that they also designate direction of travel.
But again, the game doesn't really tell you that, does it, anywhere? I mean, I know it because previous games experience.
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't think it says it anywhere at all.
No. I mean, it took me about 2 minutes to figure out that they are block signals. Just like in Simutrans. 10 minutes after that I had my first working railway, but it's not something a new player that has no experience in trains of that sort of type would know.
They really should have that stated somewhere, that the signals and the stations need to be on the right side of the track.
I don't think it's
Yes,
even
there's
in the
that
little,
yellow arrow.
Yeah. It doesn't even say, I don't think, in the little hints and tips thing that no one ever reads. Except for the guy that was streaming earlier. Headshot Gaming. Yeah, Zenith, we do, mate. Seriously, there is a massive need for what we've got planned. See,
Yeah, we try not to talk about the wiki.
Oh shit. Phew. Wonder why there's an unnecessary gap. Oh well. Guess we'll roll with it.
And again, I swear they hired someone for that job. Where's cloning?
Wouldn't it be funny if they, if it was you they'd hired, but you have no recollection of it? Like
Funny as in tragedy funny?
yeah, because it's like we keep saying it now, and then they're like in a month's time they're like, man, can you send us what you've got? We want to start updating it, and you'll be like, what? Who are you? Like, do you not remember the conversation? And it turns out like, I know you were really tired, or you'd had a few too many drinks and you'd agreed to do it, but just had no recollection of it.
I wouldn't put it past my past self. I hope that makes grammatical sense.
Yeah, you don't trust past you.
Past me's a dick. I hate him.
I cannot believe I am building this thing from a burner mining drill and a stone furnace.
Whatever works. I believe some of us have been trying to change the wiki, but there's still some even more veteran players that are really fond of their forum posts being part of the wiki, and you make changes to that, and they're going to have some words. Those words usually being revert page. Uh, you don't notice the missing belts?
Of all the people. Yeah. There's not a belt at this facility anymore. Even the bloody power plant has requester boxes, which is the most ridiculous thing ever.
The most awesome thing ever. What are you talking about?
Shush. No, the most awesome thing is that we're building this from a burner mining drill and a stone furnace.
Yes, Edith, it's the coal bunker.
I have to do pipe. I hate doing pipe.
You've got plenty of pipe, don't you?
Yeah, I've got the pipe, but I hate doing power plant pipe. I don't know. Maybe it's something to do with building power plant C. But I think I've done
Okay,
enough.
does anyone remember? Sorry, go ahead.
Yes, ever since that piping together 1,950 steam engines, I think I've built enough pipe for power plants in my lifetime to keep me going. So I'm good. uh, okay. Sorry. You want to say something?
Yeah, I was going to talk about that long conversation we had earlier concerning belt rebalancers.
Oh yes. We're back to that again, are we?
Well, that's the sort of thing that like I have to fight for. It was a bad design back in 0.13. It's still a bad design. Not as bad as it was, but it's still bad. But trying to convince people that their beloved designs that they've been using for years is bad, that just it doesn't work.
I remember not too long ago, I was the only person not using loops for the train system. He meant before 12 ink. Yeah, I know what he meant. We've been at this a long time. Give him a break.
Words, numbers, and shit.
Yeah, I know exactly what he meant. That's the point, mate. You've been at this like all day. Do you need to eat or anything?
I've eaten several meals actually.
Nice.
I'm sneaky and I have push to talk, so
Yeah. I've eaten half a pack of biscuits. I was meant to stop for dinner, but that didn't happen.
you see, I had a burrito and also I had some lasagna. They just want to go home.
I just took off my power armor while the bots were placing something. I had to chase that. Ah, how many times have I done that?
I'm pretty sure we've all done that.
hmm There was actually a, I don't know if it was a bug or a glitch or something. I haven't noticed it for a while, but if you save the game while your bots were out and about, when you loaded the game, there was a momentary, must have been like a tick, that the bots were loaded into the game, like when it first starts off, but your power armor wasn't, so the bots would just fly off as soon as you loaded the game. I've had that happen to me a couple of times.
I don't think I've ever had that happen to me. I wonder if it's a mod thing or something.
Or save file size, maybe.
Possibly, yeah.
Because the game doesn't quite load it does its loading bar thing, but it's not quite finished. So it puts it into the game, and it doesn't all initiate on that first tick. So the bots get put in on one tick first. They think they don't have a home, so off they fly. Well, they choose to fly to another one. The next tick, your power armor comes online, but it ain't no good. I really might ask Brett to do this pump thing, because I've now realised that putting all these pipes together in this nice line is not suitable for pumps at all.
Start with the middle two, make it a 2-3, and diverge from there, up and down.
I might put the pumps in, starting from the middle, so I know where I've got to aim to. I'll just put them in as close as I can to each other. Ah, could be a chunk thing.
That shoreline isn't as straight as you thought it was.
No. It's better than that bit over there, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 pipes to fill. 36 pumps.
Actually, I can Zenith, and it has something to do with the INI files in the save file. I think they changed a little bit between versions. It might make extra calls to biter pathing in attacks, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I've really gone off this power plant idea. I'm going to walk away from that. That's a future me problem.
How many do you need?
36 pumps to feed into 12 pipes. I don't even have enough pumps on me, so... Unless, actually, it's probably more than this.
I'm counting 6 lines, and each needs 3. That's 18.
Oh yeah, shit. Alright, we're done. Wayne's officially balked. I'm thinking 3 to 1.
No, it's 3 to 2.
I know.
You need 18 offshore pumps.
Hey,
just connect 3 in a row, and 3 in a row, and 3 in a row. And...
Shush. You said that version 13 was out just now, and I defended you.
Well, thank you. However, that's kind of a little different there.
No, it's not. You made a mistake, and it was fine. I made a mistake, and now you're giving me a hard time about it.
Well, it's not necessarily that I'm giving you a hard time. I'm correcting you so you don't have to do more work. I apologize if I come out a little cross, but, That's a good point, Kendu. I like the way you think. Did I scare you off, Will? Sorry.
No, no, I'm thinking. I think I'm just going to rip up these tracks and then call it a night, because brain is mush. And I'll park all these trains out on the main line. Whip up all the tracks back to a blank canvas.
This couldn't possibly go wrong.
What?
Oh, I'm manually parking them all out.
Well, this line's already blocked further down the line from parked trains. I know that because the PAX train goes up and over when I go back to base.
Yes, they're using the forums as a bug tracker. Username, I'm pretty sure Will's about ready to tap out here.
Right, if he's got a pasty, I can stick it in. It'll give me something for my brain to work with when, because I'm hitting a point where I can't visualize it anymore. You know, what I'd seen I've built. Yes, the pipes need doing in that, but that's a details thing. The power plant is in, it pipes from the water over there. Are you sure username? Last time you gave me a junction that was done in a rush was for the quarry and it was drive on the right.
Whoops.
I think it was like, it's done, but it's missing a few signals, and I'm like, yeah, that's fine, I can work with it. And I started signalling it from the other end on drive on the left, met signals coming that were done coming the other way, and I'm like, wait, what's going on here? What? Hey, do you like my little joiny bit here? This track had to go here, but the old one went here, so I just put these two bits here just to tell myself that these need to join up.
S-Night, I'm pretty sure if they ever hit aggro mode, they stay in aggro mode.
Yep. I don't think they ever give up, do they? They're followed to the ends of the earth.
Well, he's talking about hitting a gun turret out in the wastelands or something.
Thank you, username. Yep, cool. I'll pop that in a sec.
I see Birdcatcher and Dark Wolf are streaming.
Oh, of the two, we'll go to Birdcatcher.
Yeah, I remember him being a little more receptive to help.
Yep. I got permabanned from Dark Wolf streams, so I'm afraid he doesn't get my support.
Well, sorry for him.
Hey, I tried to help. My advice was not wanted.
Well, I see him building a what looks like a pyramid of splitters.
That'd be for his loading, I'm guessing. As I said, plenty more people out there that would love to have support from us, so I'll go and help somebody else. I know I did, and Incognito. I was lurking. He got angry at his loops because they deadlocked. And when I say loops, I mean roundabouts. Not just one-headed trains that loop back on themselves. Full-on roundabouts with a normal signal on the entrance and exit of the roundabout. No change signals in the entire network. And it deadlocked. Took longer than I was expecting it to, but it went. But yeah, I know he's seen the light now and he's on to T-junctions. Hey, Kilbo. Oh, they deadlocked bad. I think I said to
They're roundabouts. They always deadlock.
Yeah, but I said to Demon, I was like, the only way to get that out of there is you have to pick up a train, mine a train. It's the only way to. It was that hard locked into itself. They were looping around the loop, and another train had tried to enter the loop, and another one had backed right up behind it. It was basically, I think there was almost as many trains as there were blocks on the network. Oh, sorry, Commander Keen. Yeah, sure. Let's give that a try. Sever it there. If you're driving a car, roundabouts are
Is that
super
a
annoying. Sorry, man.
I agree.
You don't like roundabouts?
Oh, no, I don't. Not in real life. Like, they're good in theory. They have a max cap throughput, though, and most people that drive them here in the States are retarded. And I'm not sure if Kill Bill's saying hello again, or he's back, or what.
I said hello back anyway. To cover all bases. Yeah, I mean, we're very pro roundabout here and in, road, real life. And they do work really well. but if their amount of cars trying to use them is greater than their capacity, you do get some real bad waits. There's a roundabout actually right by me. It's the entrance to a retail park. I go there quite often for McDonald's, and they're doing some work on it in a couple of months. They're closing it for like 3 months while they completely rebuild it because they're building it bigger. Because at the moment it's over its capacity at rush hour. I think they're adding a third lane to it. And it doesn't have traffic lights either at the moment. I think they're putting traffic lights in.
Doesn't traffic light completely negate the purpose of a roundabout?
Yes, but it gets to a certain point where you need to. People can never join it because there's no room to join, so you have to let a lane join. And the traffic lights tend to work it together. So if you had, let me just mock something up. If you want, maybe you can just listen to the stream instead of me, because it'll sync up. Right, so if you had, I'm going to do it drive on the left. I'm not going to properly build a roundabout, but each track is a road going in. And obviously you got your roundabout. So this lane is joining because we're driving on the left. So it would stop here with a red light. Use the box. Red light to stop that traffic there, so this lot can go. And most of them would probably want to go there or straight to there, so they can just go around and do that. At the same time, it's blocked here, so that this lane can go this way and this way. So you can go almost straight over. Then it'll switch to priority to this input and this input, while it'll stop these ones. Because the chances are most people will go left, first exit, or straight over, quite commonly straight over. So the 2 lanes can go straight over that way. And then it'll switch to this way. It all depends on it's all designed specifically for each junction. Obviously, if this is the main road and these are side roads, then this one gets a lot more priority and a lot more time than this way. In some cases, if this is just a little one that doesn't have much coming out of it, it doesn't have traffic lights. They just have to get in whenever there's a chance, and there's a gap, which usually is when they're switching over. So that's how it works with traffic lights.
All right, so I actually completely understood the explanation.
I did good.
And well, yeah, it's a good explanation, but I still think it's inefficient and wasteful. And that a regular old intersection with real traffic lights and car sensors would be a better option.
Now there is, yes, there is. That is the thing. But a lot of cases, where is it? As you leave in town, on my side, there's what it's like the main exit of town. It used to be a roundabout, and recently they redone it, and they gave up on the roundabout, and it's now. Sorry, it is a roundabout, but the main straight over line is a flyover. It literally lifts up, goes up a ramp, goes over the roundabout, and rejoins on the other side. So if you're going straight on, you don't even touch the roundabout. If you want to turn left or right,
That's cool.
You split off about half a mile before you get to it. You have to get in lane. 2 lanes of this. Yeah, so it's 2 lanes. It splits off about half a mile back for a 3rd lane. If you want to turn left or right, you get into this third lane that opens up for you, but the other two lanes just go straight up. When they get to the roundabout, they fly up, go over it, down the other side. Where after the roundabout as well, there's a third lane which has come from the roundabout, and that will merge into the two lanes for about half a mile of merging. Same going back the other way, and that's completely solved the problem now. I hadn't been on it for a while, because the way I would ever be taken if we were going anywhere, we'd always want that side lefty bit, so we would never get to use the flyover. But there was a time we were going from somewhere to somewhere else that wasn't home, and we used the flyover, and we were like, I was like, oh god, here we go, we're coming up to the roundabout again and it's rush hour. We just went straight up and over it, and I was like, wow, we didn't even slow down for that.
The frames are gone.
OBS is not too bad.
No, in-game frames.
Yeah, it's because I'm tearing down railway track.
I thought you stopped all the trains.
I did. They're all dead. And this is a severed network. I cut it off at the front door.
Okay.
But it makes no difference. I did it to prove a point. I saw Commander Keen suggest to do it. I've tried that before and it doesn't do anything.
I'm willing to bet it's renumbering every single track in the entire network when you do that.
Yep.
Yeah, it's updating track tables a lot and frequently.
Because as soon as they finished, the UPS goes straight back up again. Oh, 15. Oh, painful. 14. And we're good. Whew.
And there it goes again.
Yep. Up to 48 now they finished.
Pretty sure this is all base game that's doing this.
I don't see how any of the mods would affect track block numbers. If the trains were running, and it was a live track or whatever, I could see Fat Controller and Smart Trains having to do a little bit of extra work, but
usually what it's doing is it's reconstructing the entire train rail map. Think of it as a really big array, and every single time it removes a track, it updates the entire array.
Mm-hmm.
And that's some really horrible freaking coding. I'm like using computer science terms. I'm sorry for anyone that doesn't understand what I'm saying.
I don't, but I can put it together. And I know what it's doing anyway. It's OCDing all the track numbers, putting them all where I've just deleted. Like if you had 10 blocks, you delete 5 and 6. It renumbers them 1 to 8, rather than have missing numbers.
Clearly not username because it's it's doing it for every single track, whether or not it's part of the current system, or bigger system, or smaller system. It's
Does it
renumbering every single track.
does it when I build them as well? I've noticed it for a while. Although it's more noticeable here because we're at a higher FPS. Your whole percentagey thing. If I'm already at 20, it doesn't make much
Yeah,
difference. I'm at 40 and it's making a hell of a difference. Yeah, I was just saying. I was about to say I love this junction.
that is a nice junction. Good job, username.
Right, I've got a bit of wall. I can stick that in just to help remind me that that is going to be input.
The funny thing is, I'll say something like that concerning how every track update forces an update of the train or the track count tables or something. And I'm willing to bet if I say that later, a dev will pop in and say, "Yeah, that's how it is," or a dev that doesn't work on trains will be like, "I never knew that."
Junction point. I don't think we'll get a dev at this time of night, unfortunately. Crap. Box.
I haven't seen them in a while. Where are they at?
The devs?
Yeah,
Yeah. Not right. Guys, just a quick disclaimer. It may sound like I'm going on a rant. I'm not. But Hunting said he would get me what I needed to fix multiplayer 2 weeks ago now. I messaged him. Let me get this right. Yesterday, so Wednesday, 1 PM. No reply. I know they're busy, Steam release and all that.
they got to be hella busy on the Steam release. Yeah,
Yeah. So because it's Steam release and it's make or break for the game really. I'm not mad at them. I just want to play multiplayer, but that's it feels kind of bad when she's working on my base and I'm just sat here. I want to help. We've missed 2 opportunities now to do it because we pretty much only have Wednesdays. But yeah, and they've never, you know, every time I've needed something, boom, it's there. Normally within a day. If you remember when they brought in that concrete change to get rid of the weeds, I said to Hansi, I was like, is there a way of me updating my concrete so I don't have to pick it all up and put it back down again? And like 3 hours later I had a command that just fixed all the concrete to make it look the same so it wouldn't have to be changed.
don't worry about it, Aston Knight. Drive on right's fine.
As you've started on driving the right, you might as well keep going, but next time driving the correct side of the road, yeah? Make everybody happy.
Correct. What are you talking about?
Squid features thanks to the follow. Yes, the left side of the road, you know, the correct side of it. Yeah, Eisenworth, the new, they have to make some changes to make it compatible with Steam or something along those lines. So I think that's what I read in the Friday Facts.
If by you if by you Yankee fools you mean the vast majority of the planet, then sure, drive on the rights for us Yankee fools.
Okay, we are back to a blank canvas.
Such Cookie, as an engineering student, I couldn't agree more. America's retarded for not switching over to SI.
Yeah, everyone else is on. Everyone else is on it, aren't they? Pretty much.
I think like the Congo maybe isn't as well. Just one of the African countries.
Is it bad that the power plant for the coal bunker is bigger than the coal bunker itself?
Nope, that's how it should be. Because bot systems are incredibly efficient.
Yeah, once it gets the tracks in, this place is going to be big again. So, tomorrow we need to figure out how we're going to have these 4 lines over here connect to these 4 unloading stations here.
I'm not sure about the rest of the United States, but I learned both and can use both. But yeah, we still use it mainly what's called British gravitational, even though the British don't use it anymore.
Username, no, not vertical. This water is going to be in the way. I mean, it's best that we come in here just before this radar. We turn down, get onto this concrete here that's already here, and then do a stacker. Do a splitty splitty thing here where this concrete's missing, and then straight lines into the loading, kind of like we do for the iron. In fact, almost something exactly like that, but maybe a bit neater and a bit more built to purpose, rather than bodged together in cramped, tight quarters. Then we have straight lines queuing up, so we can queue trains, but once they're queued, they're committed to a station. We don't split here, we split back here. So we put our turn in like now, turn down, join onto here. As soon as we get level with here, these top 2 how do we do it over here? We output at the bottom and at the top. That doesn't suit well with lining up on this. 'cause it means
Could you base it off of my vertical stacker array, but have it diagonal instead? Do you need
probably.
to see the picture again?
Yeah.
Straight should be pasted.
With that though, don't you get them waiting for the signals to do their checky thing?
Say that again?
You know, you get a train waiting at a signal for however many seconds it is before it goes. Because they have choices after the stacker. They're not committed to a station. So I don't get that anymore with these iron trains. Because when they choose back here which platform they're going to go for, and after that they're, that's it.
Uh, it signaled chain signals all the way up on the right side, the entry side,
Hmm.
up to the station. So they wait at the stacker until an entire path is cleared. Then they choose the open station.
Yeah, but that's what causes the waiting. Do you ever get it where like there's a train in the stacker and there is a clear path and it's like, well, come on and go?
Not really, no.
Hmm.
Not with only three stations and that close together. It very quickly recalculates.
Could do with a picture of Zenith's because his is already built and it'll show the difference between the conventional stacker design and the new one. Because my iron one doesn't really show it that well. But the problem inputting him is easy enough. It's getting them back out again without crossing their own lines.
Crossing the lines isn't a problem. If you notice on the picture, I'm not sure if you can see it, but all the exit lines, those aren't chain signals. Those are regular signals. So exiting always has top priority.
Yeah. Yeah, I could do that. We exit. Get this stuff out of the way. God damn it, there's so much stuff here. Okay.
Yeah, only the first signal leaving is a chain signal, and that's to stop it from clogging in incoming trains that's already en route.
Yeah.
So it's like up to like a 5 to 10 second delay exiting, depending on size of the train,
Hmm.
max.
I think I better
And you're
not.
looking at 10-second unloading times too.
Yeah. Username, do you want a blueprint of the area? If you want to have a crack at that.
Hello, Gunterwald.
Mad, I can't make a blueprint and I can't clear one. I put my red circuits down.
Back to the smelters.
No, that's right. The red circuits are in these boxes of stuff I just dumped. There they are. But yeah, I'm going to go over to my little smelter. I need to pick up the iron anyway, it's probably full by now. Yep. Make the rest of those burner inserters that I need.
I don't like having a fully loaded tool belt like that. I like having a couple spots open at least for whatever I'm working on.
Okay, we can clear our blueprints. We are back in business.
And that's still hilarious and awesome.
What? That the mega base is running off a burner mining drill.
And stone furnace.
And a stone furnace. With wood cut down from local trees.
Even though you have a trash bin completely filled with coal.
Yep. At the coal bunker.
Also referring to your character's slots. Trash slots?
Oh yeah. Right, username, I'll send that over to you in a minute. Okay everybody, I'm going to call it a night. I just need to get some proper food, get to bed, because I'm tired and got work. 5 days of work starting in 9 hours. So thank you all for watching. Tomorrow night we shall continue working on this because we can't reactivate the base at the moment without this done, so we are stuck with the base off until it's finished now, but hopefully it'll be better in the long run. Yeah, have a good evening and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye bye. Mad, say goodbye.
Good night, everyone.